Welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi's Island. Those of you who couldn't catch up last time, you missed some high-flying antics in World 4-3 and a very unusual castle level in World 4-4, where we had to delve through several different split-up sections to find keys that would lead us to fight a boss that itself split apart. Well, that's over with. But we still have some interesting challenges up ahead of us now, because World 4-5 is going to take all the Chomp Rock puzzles we've seen so far and turn them up to 11. And I bid you welcome to the Chomp Rock Zone. Yeah, no donut block rag, believe it or not. The first 5th level of a world so far to not have it. Bit of a shame. This is the Chomp Rock. Roll it as far as you can and see what happens. Okay, thanks, Captain Obvious. And as you can see, these Chomp Rocks, this Chomp Rock, this one in particular, because there's no other ones here. I should know better than to explain a joke like that. But as you can see, the main gimmick of this level seems to be getting this Chomp Rock as far as possible. To take care of these enemies, and it's going to get stuck here for the time being. Let's leave it be. Backtrack to this, backtrack to this post, which isn't going to have anything in it, but hey, worth checking. So now we have a wing cloud. Okay. A wing cloud here. I'll get it right, eventually. There we go. Only 3 stars in that one, kind of like that 1 in 3-7, interestingly enough. We have a side area here. We have a shell that's begging to be shot down there. And for this one, we'll have to follow it along to ensure it stays on screen and takes out all of those enemies to get us a 1-up. This tap-tap complicates things. And as said before, if you go too far off, if you let it get too far off screen, it will despawn and respawn over here, so you have to follow it. Back up to the main area. We need to pound down these posts to give the Chomp Rock somewhere to move. You could use this shell and spit it out here, and try to get a 1-up here, except you can't because the shells pop as soon as they touch a model. Yeah, they thought of that apparently. Let's take these other posts out of the way, move the Chomp Rock along. This one reveals a hidden cloud that has 5 more stars for us. And onward! An interesting note about this Chomp Rock is, as you might have noticed, that one stayed put as we came back. Unlike the Chomp Rocks we've seen so far, the gray-colored ones that will despawn if you go too far off and then show up again where they originally were, this one does in fact remain in place. The brown ones do that. I actually didn't know that that the color was what designated... Wow, my word choice is off. I didn't realize that the brown ones were the ones that stayed and the gray ones were the ones that did not. I actually thought it was kind of arbitrary. Yeah, as I said, every time you play through this game, you learn something new. Give ourselves some Shy Guys here. There's nothing else in this little alcove. But now we really want to pop this wing cloud and give ourselves a staircase. Well, a horizontal staircase, whatever you call that. Walkway over this pit so the Chomp Rock can get through there. It'd be real bad if we lost it that early, right? So now we can use it to get up here where this flower awaits us. Pushing it further along with enough momentum, the dirt will collapse under its weight and apparently let it keep going. Let's let it fall back here. There we go. There's nothing here, just so you know. Pushing it onward. There's some Baron Von Zeppelins with missiles. And, uh-oh, looks like we're following it further. See, ideally you want to park it up by the middle ring, but once it gets this far, you know it'll stay, so no harm done. More stars here. They're just giving them to you right now. Before we pop this middle ring, let's grab the bread coin from this fly guy. He managed to wait around for us, so nice of him. And now let's hit this middle ring, which is admittedly very early in the level. It's only about a third of the way through. Bit of a contrast to those ones in, say, 4-2 or 3-6, where the middle ring was near the end of the level. Alright, and now we can move onward. Give it some room. I'm going to stay behind the Chomp Rocks here, so get rid of any enemies for you. I said that again. Oh, you know what I mean. A little further. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's back up a little here. Alright, we need to use it to get some extra distance to vault up here. And grab this flower and red coins. Alright, buddy, let's get you rolling over here. And here comes a rather interesting section. So, you see we have a switch here. We have these posts here. And all these blocks that you need to roll a rock over here. There's a door here, and there's clearly something up there that you want to get to. And so, these posts, as you can see, they're at varying distances, but for once you actually do not want to pound them all the way down. For the first time since 2.5, I suppose. Because if you pound them the entire way down, the rock will get stuck there. So you're going to pound them down so that they'll be even with the blocks when they materialize. And now, for a little more ease of puzzle solving, we'll slowly push it a little further, just a little to make sure it doesn't fall. Just a little more. Okay, I think that's good. Well, let's hit the switch and push for our lives. Keep going. There we go, and more than enough time to get up here to the door. And our reward is another Chomp Rock. So this area off to the left, there's a little more here than it looks. I mean, for one, the fact that you got the Chomp Rock used in the second section. Beware of that Eggo Dill, although I suppose that's a given. The worst part? You notice how it's not showing up? Well, it likes to wait it show up until you're below it. Come on, prove me right here, buddy. Come on. Oh, that green cloud has a flower in it. Well, I'm not sure why he's not showing up, but I certainly don't mind, because whatever you do, do not ground pound if you're below that thing and it's active. Seriously, you'll have petals falling all over you, see? Like so. So you want to back up and then ground pound. And as you can see, it takes its sweet time coming back, so you'll probably be okay. So now we push it through these flippers. Here's where the first door on the bottom would have dropped you out. As you can see, we have a rock now. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's worth something very valuable in the long run. More enemies to take care of. Milds, tap-taps. There's a melon bug from 1.7. Been a while since we've seen them. And goodbye. Further onward, more miles to take out. So there's a little flatter, and yes, that is a warp pipe sitting on top of a floating platform. Now that's just silly. And you know what's sillier still? Check this out. Yeah, jump too close and the layer and the graphic layers kind of do some crazy things to you. So anyway, let's put this naked Koopa out of his misery. Just a little further now, and we've reached our final destination. A few more platforms than I'm used to a final destination having. So if you didn't bring the rock with you, there's your consolation prize, that staircase up there toward the way onward. But if you did bring a Chomp Rock, you can go up here, leading to an area with a bunch of goodies. This, I'm not sure what this is made of, but if you ground pound it, it flattens. And if you push it, well, you can't push it, but if you push it too far, it starts to bunch up together again, and worse, if you push it too far, you'll go too far and stick yourself right on those spikes. And how else are you supposed to collect the last of those red coins if you're sticking yourself with spikes? I don't know. Anyway, we got a pipe to go down. And there's a green glove. We haven't seen one of them in a while. First, we want to make it so we have access to the spring ball, and then give him an egg, and then jump up here so that he hits the flower. Nice peg, buddy. You gotta try out for a minor league team. And so, with all the stars, red coins, and flowers we can carry, we just have one last trial here, getting around these green paratroopers. They're not all that hard, and the gold ring is literally right here. The very front of the little gold ground thing. Hey, a bonus! I was afraid we wouldn't get one of those. He says, tempting fate, ensuring it won't happen in 4-6. 30, 25, 100. Let's see what kind of bonus game we got. Drawing lots again. Alright, I'll take an item. Or a 50% chance at an item, I guess. Oh look, it's Comet. So much for that item. Oh look, Comic's in that spot just below it where I was thinking of going. So, 4-5's over with, just like that, and now 4-6 has a cheep in the icon. Ordinarily in Mario games, that'd make you worry a little, but here, it's practically a smorgasbord. And I welcome you to the Lakeshore Paradise. The jungle theme's kicked in, even though it's not all that much of a jungle. A very interesting area. Down here, the water is using some different graphics than we've seen so far. Gotta give props to the development team for shaking things up aesthetically. Now we want to jump down here. Damn the Yoshi's natural buoyancy. And get off to the left here, where there's a hidden area. And a tulip and a shell waiting to be thrown in. Believe it or not, if you have a red or blue melon with you, or pull one out of your inventory, there's a rare chance that you can actually activate the tulip with them. It's so rare and hard to do, though, that I wasn't able to replicate it in my practice run, and it's generally just not worth it. Just grab something to chuck in there. So head back to the main level. Let's eat this Cheep Cheep from beyond the wall. Hey, come here. There we go. No, he's not in our way. Onward, we see a lot of water and a lot of Koopas. Contrast to the monkeys and other junglish enemies the last time we saw so much water. Let's peg this clown to give ourselves a staircase to walk on. Take care of the Cheep Cheep there. Tasty. And whatever you do, wait to grab that shy guy, fly guy, red coin toting fly guy until you have a staircase here, because these coins do not float in water. If one falls down there, you only have a brief moment to collect it before it sinks and becomes uncollectible. So, whenever possible, make sure that if there's a red coin you need to hit from a fly guy or something, make sure that there's ground for it to land on, or that you'll collect it before it reaches the water. Here we have a shell that's opening a pathway for us. Let's let it go way off into the water there, and grab this flower. More smaller platforms, paratroopers, etc. We need to do some fancy footwork here. Now we find some smaller platforms with spring balls on them. A little interesting section here. Test your ability to go from platform to platform. Luckily, there's just water down there, so no harm done if you mess up. Let's hover down here for a wing cloud. That will expand a staircase for us. I suppose the walkway. Yeah, over here. Now we can finally pop this wing cloud and get the stars within without worrying about them falling into the drink. And equally importantly, here's a fly guy with a red coin. Well, I suppose a little more importantly, since you can't pull red coins out of your inventory like you can stars. So, you see up there, that's a minigame hut, which means there must be a key around here somewhere. And that somewhere happens to be this crate over here. Now watch this. The shell wears away at the dirt. The chest falls ever lower, but not low enough to get obstructed. So we need to fall down here and slowly push the chest over to an area that we can safely ground pound it on. These Cheep Cheeps won't jump up, fortunately. And here we have the key we were just looking for. Let's head back. We want to head down here to grab these 2 red coins and propel ourselves high enough to where this minigame hut is. Let's see what awaits us this time. It is, in fact, another round of popping balloons. You can use a little strategy here if you're quick. If the bandit... Oh, hey, we won already. All right. You notice the bandit tries to stick to the right side here. Well, if you follow him, what you can actually do is intercept him as he's trying to ground pound, knock him loose, and grab every balloon as he's trying to get there, therefore turning this into a little less of a game of Russian roulette. With a little amount of luck as well, you can say grab a 10-star. So that's everything to do in this first section, and now we're going to be heading through this passage and this door. Here we have another one of those Scarlet Stone caverns, the likes of which we saw in 2.6. That cool looking water continues over here, and here we have a middle ring. There we are. You notice that eggplant is indeed shooting needle-nosed cacti. Be very, very careful around here. As soon as you can, make sure you have 6 eggs in your inventory. And whatever you do, don't use them to take out these enemies or grab these coins. That flower may be very tempting to just peg from where you're standing, but trust me, you want to just go over and get it yourself so you don't have to worry about getting stuck by cacti. The shy guy here. And another one of these doors. And if you'll notice, you can clearly see in the background that there's just a whole lot of stalagmites and waterfalls, and you can even see the sky beyond it. This door doesn't make any sense. Especially since it leads back outside for a little bit of a transition aesthetically, and possibly a means to load the rest of the level. I guess, I don't know, are you supposed to assume that those doors are in the foreground and not the background? I don't know, but I suppose it functions well enough. Oh, and haven't mentioned the Claw Daddy enemies are back. Have I mentioned you could also take them out with... Okay, that didn't work right. You can take them out with ground pounds, if your aim is well enough anyway. So keep that in mind going forward. You can save yourself some eggs so those damn eggplants can't rain cacti down on you. Fell short again. Fortunately, those claws are very accurate, so... Wow, he hit me while I was ground pounding. I guess I got outspaced there. Damn up tilt, I swear. So the proper spacing is key here. 2, 3... Come on. Alright. And we can jump down here. As you can see, there's an arrow area we can just follow under. And there's another side area. This area is a little interesting, and it introduces a new mechanic, or should I say a new object. These arrow lifts go in one direction or the other, They can move constantly as long as you're standing on them. Jump on them once to get them to change direction, and if you hit them with an egg, they go from vertical to horizontal. Very interesting. Be careful, though, because there are spikes all over this area. Let's get this to turn around. Here we are. Aim an egg just right. We're not getting those coins. Very careful here. Let's send this one upward. And once we get up here, we'll need it to go horizontal again. There we are. Off to the right. To reach this corner, where we'll find a collection of coins and eggplant for some much-needed eggs, and one of them is red. Let's head back over. Wait a minute now. And now, instead of taking this one, we actually want to jump back down here, take a leap of faith, only because I know what's down here, and hover off to the right, because otherwise you'll land on more spikes. Don't try this at home, folks. 4 yellow coins and a red one standing out here. And here we have another airlift that you want to be very careful about jumping on. If you're not very confident, just bring the first one down here. Aim straight up so that it'll connect when you hit the ceiling. And now we ride this one off to the left. There we are. Easy does it. Very careful. I don't know why I haven't done this before. You can just peg the coins with eggs. And we have another cache over here with the last of the red coins. And that's it for the section. This will drop us down onto that eggplant by the entrance. You can get a grand total of 87 coins in this little side area, 5 of them red, so you do need to go here. Let's double back to where you were before. Come on, Yoshi, there we go. And we have this giant enemy crab, and we can attack its weak point for massive damage once it cooperates. Come on, let's cooperate. Let's attack your weak point for massive damage. Screw it, let's just attack the regular weak point for not so massive damage. Fortunately, this eggplant shoots regular eggs. A little forgiving of them. That jump's a little tricky since you have to move to the right while shooting it. You can't attack this one's weak point for massive damage very easily. Just peg it, especially since there's another eggplant up here. And if you stand up right on it and look to the left, you can see a bit of a... Come on, camera, cooperate. See a bit of a graphical hang-up on the top left there. I suppose they didn't think you'd be looking at... Come on, camera. Work with me here. There we go. You see it? And so this little dirt area is just one last obstacle. In fact, there's a hidden cloud with some stars for you near the top. Let's pave the way for us, and here's a door heading out of the cave. And now we're back within the paradise itself. It seems there's a lot of fly guys and a lot of enemies slowly jumping forward. I guess jump fit is the new craze at the moment. We have a red coin. Let's take these enemies out of the way. There we go. Be very careful. Grab this red coin. We'll have the means to... Damn cheap. God. Even when you can just eat them like that, there can be a pain. So we'll have the means to get that flower and red coin in a minute. That Stoke guy has the right idea. And now he doesn't. Those tap-taps can be dangerous. First, you want to pop this left cloud to create a staircase. That'll head to the right. Those tap-taps get a little higher, and now you want to aim for the one on the right. Jump out of the way of those tap-taps, trust me. Create a staircase that heads to the left. Connects with that... I keep saying staircase. Connects all the way to where that flower and red coin are. Now see, you want to be very careful here, because if you pop that right cloud first... Okay, that works too. If you pop that right cloud first, you'll create a staircase... the lower staircase will be the one that goes to the left. And then the staircase you create from the left cloud will not reach all the way over there, and you will not be able to get that red coin and flower through normal means. Although... Oh, wait a minute, I need that. Although a perfectly placed enemy down by where the water meets the land, down by the bottom, will give you the means to Goomba springboard up here if you're just perfect about it. It's not worth trying, though. Just make sure you hit the left cloud first. And so, that's the last of the coins and the last of the stars. Flowers. I still can't talk, apparently. Beware the patooey piranha and the cactus that you can't get rid of by ground pounding. Oy, I gotta stop jinxing. I almost cursed there. Let's not do that. Yes! Got it before it went down to 19. Let's take care of this patooey piranha and stop jinxing myself. There we are. More eggs. So you notice this level continues just a little further even after you get all the red coins and flowers. Let's push this guy into the drink. I'm not sure if those guys are practicing jump fit or if they're drowning, but I'm sure they'll be okay. Oh, great. Now I have to use a 20. Okay, let's take care of this patooey piranha. Not all that hard since he can't move. With him not blocking the way anymore, we have this walkway to, I suppose the goal area is doubling as a pier here. But let's get ourselves back up to 30 and jump through! Come on, let's get a bonus here. Nope. Oh well. $30, $25, $100. That puts us at 30 for 30. Wow, that worked out well. Oh, I like it. We managed to get through a water area relatively unscathed. This is nice. But we still have more of World 4 to go, and next time on Let's Play Yoshi's Island, we wrap things up around here.